Good afternoon, YouTube YTPC. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you all? I'm doing great at the moment because I think I've worked out this. Now this is the 1998 22-year-old tin of Christmas Cheer McClelland, and at the time some people have rated it maybe like 2.5, not as good as the other Christmas cheers, and I know why, because it has a bit more vinegar in it. That's what they did, I think. Somebody just sort of got distracted when they were pouring it in. It's all okay. It's a brilliant tobacco and it's so flavourful. I stick by my first impression, but you have to smoke it in this and leave it out all night or several days like that, and some will evaporate, it'll dry out because it's really quite moist, and you can dry this quite a way. It's still cool to the touch, which means there's still moisture in it. And then you put a meerschaum filter in your 9mm or the Superflow mix, half meerschaum, half active charcoal. That helps as well. If you really want to nail that problem with moisture and vinegar, you take one of these Sharrow pads. Where did I have those? Sharrow pads. You know them from Uncle Phil uses them. I mentioned them quite a long time ago. You get them in the UK. Just chalk pads, and you can put that at the bottom of the bowl, and I defy any vinegar or moisture to get through, and then it's absolutely a dream. Perfect. Can even put a bit of Wilkie rum cake in it if you want. Your choice, you know, but you don't have to. Slowly getting set up ever better here with some lights and the right music, but Shed of Shangri-La is not bad. I get this sort of holy light coming down on me, you know, which is disappearing in about an hour from now, because about 3:30, the mountains being high, the sun sets earlier. But this confirms my theory. This is the first meerschaum I ever bought on Etsy, made in Turkey, sent from Turkey. Prices include shipping. Simple one, of course, calabash style. But if you've got a tobacco you think, I'm never going to like this, it's just, I can't get it right and bites me and whatever, put it in a meerschaum. You should have one or two in your collection, maybe more, because it really gives the tobacco its best chance to shine, I think. Why don't I have all meerschaums? Well, they are more fragile and delicate, and the joints at some point can wear out, you know. And I like briars and the design of the briars. So, and I like cobs, you know, depending on the tobacco and the occasion. So, I like variety is the spice of life. That's my answer to that question. My internet problem is mostly solved. Very nice gentleman from the other part of our canton where they speak French came by this morning. I was in my pyjamas still, but came in, and with my not very good French, we understood each other. And the problem is we have a copper wire connecting to an old wooden post, which has probably been there since 1922, and probably this cable has had it with all the cold and weather and the sun, so that's the supposition, and they have to send other people to replace that. If we're really lucky, they might do it in the next 2 days. But what he gave us was a little SIM card chip to put in our router, and that will connect with the mobile network, which isn't that strong here, but you only need about two bars and you can almost do everything. And it works, it works, it works. So I'm very lucky. So I gave him a bottle of wine, wished him a Merry Christmas, Joyeux Noël, and off he went. Very professional, actually. He knew, he was top notch, he knew exactly what he was doing, had his 3M top mask on, that we didn't actually have to wear masks, but we did, of course. Makes me give a thought out to all those people, especially of course at this time, doctors and nurses and people in healthcare and all those who work in hospitals. God bless them, each and every one, for what they do, and also other people who are working to Christmas Eve or even over the celebration holiday days to do their work, so that the rest of us can have a lovely holiday period. God bless them all, each and every one. Talking of which, I saw the most marvellous film last night. I think it was a TV film. It was called The Man Who Invented Christmas. You may know it already. I don't know if it's on Netflix, but you can get it on Google Play and those rent streaming services, and it was absolutely brilliant. It was about Charles Dickens and what he went through to write that story. He was actually still relatively young at that point, but had a young family. All kinds of costs were mounting up, and he'd just come back from his America tour, and his other books, though classic that they are in all the books he wrote, weren't that popular and successful. So he had to write fairly quickly a brilliant book. I won't steal the thunder from this marvellous film. Christopher Plummer was in it and played the kind of Scrooge figure, but it's different. It's all around Charles Dickens, so there's lovely twists to all of this. And he used, of course, a lot of things that were in his own life about the terrors of the workhouses and the poverty and the inequality and all of those things. And many things that we cherish today in how we behave at Christmas, with generosity and friendliness and forgiveness and kindness. So he helped to popularise it. I think others, of course, for example, the Christmas tree came from Prince Albert. Good old Prince Albert on the can of tobacco, but brought from Germany the Tannenbaum, Christmas tree, to English culture, which of course it then went all over the world, in America as well, from people who come from Germany and brought that tradition with us. So things that we cherish, many a thing, what we eat and how we decorate, how we behave, are all things which were created only well, 150 years ago or something like that. So if you have a chance to see it, the young actor whose name, I apologise, escapes me, I will put it in here. He had actually a remarkable resemblance to Ben Stiller, so I was always expecting something a bit funny to come along, and there was a lot of comedy moments in this film, as well as serious things. So, as is in the book, really. So, brilliantly done, fine creation, and a lovely twist to a different perspective of that classic story. Do have a look at it. This absolutely works a dream in a meerschaum. Must get some more meerschaums, you know. Enjoying the last of the Verporten. That's how quickly it goes. But we had a few visitors who were interested in taking a little bit of that. But it's just so sweet and smooth and eggnoggy. Well, we got the news that the restaurants will shut down next weekend, so that's a bit of a shame. So my wife and I are going out to a simple restaurant not far away to enjoy the joys of still being able to do that for a short while. And we will have to do a bit more shopping probably to make sure we are well enough stocked to get by up to New Year. My wife has been brushing up on turkey Christmas dinner recipes and watching Jamie Oliver and others, how she could do the variation this year. About 10 years ago we had a huge turkey and we had lots of guests, and the next day, of course, I carved everything off and packed it up and gave our guests some to take with them. And this carcass of a turkey, we thought, well, there's still little bits on it, but we thought we won't throw it away. And that year was a huge snowfall. I have pictures of me I can remember me with a shovel and the walls of snow after I'd shoveled the paths clear were this high. And we thought, there's some little animals and cats out there, we'll let them have Christmas too. So Christmas night I put this carcass out there, and just before I was going to bed, I heard a big kerfuffle out there, and I peeked out the window to see a fox, a mother fox and two cubs, feasting on this old turkey carcass, you know. It was the most charming scene. And in the end, Mother Fox, she was pretty big, picked up the carcass with her teeth and said, "Come on, younks, we're going to take it home with us." It's like a takeaway, you know. So off they went. You find these little moments, small moments in life, at special times like Christmas that you remember, and were so beautiful in their natural enjoyment of this time. And I'm glad Mother Fox and her two cubs had a nice Christmas dinner. So, my dear friends, I will talk to you again on Christmas Eve. I will probably be not very sober, but I will talk to you anyway. and wish you the final Merry Christmas. But just for good measure, I wish you all now, additionally, a very Merry Christmas. And for those of other faiths, happy holidays, and enjoy this time, maybe with less family and less friends, but you can talk to them over your phones and your iPads and your FaceTime and your Zooms, and it's all not so bad really, as long as you're healthy. Cheerio everyone, see you on Christmas Eve. Till then.